Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to It's Rainmaking Time. This is Kim Greenhouse, and several months ago, a listener who is a big advocate of It's Rainmaking Time talked to me about something called Agnihotra. Now, I'm very interested in healing. A lot of the listeners are interested in healing, and healing is a big universe of opportunity. There's many different types of healing modalities and practices. I'm very interested in Ayurveda, and Agnihotra is considered a healing fire from the ancient science of Ayurveda, and it's a process of purifying the atmosphere through a specially prepared fire performed at sunrise and at sunset daily. Anyone in any walk of life can do this and heal the atmosphere in his or her home. Hundreds and thousands of people all over the world have experienced that Agnihotra reduces stress and leads to a greater clarity of thought, has been known to improve overall health and give one increased energy and make your mind more full of love. It's known to nourish plant life and neutralize harmful radiation and pathogenic bacteria, and it's known to harmonize the functioning of what is referred to as prana, or life energy, and has been used to purify water resources. And I've invited Richard Power to join us today to explain what this ancient science is, to talk about it, and to inform us more about it. I think it's very interesting, and I want to welcome Richard Powers to It's Rainmaking Time. Good morning.
Morning, Kim. Thank you very much.
Let's talk about this ancient science. It's given in the Sanskrit language. At the time of creation, what does that mean?
Knowledge was given in Sanskrit verse form by Almighty Father, and even before civilizations existed, this knowledge was out there. And when man was created, he was given this knowledge to maintain the balance in nature, the purity and the beauty of the earth. So it's known by other civilizations on other planets. It's not just our knowledge, and certainly doesn't originate in India or anything like that.
We've known in the recent years that water has a vibration. We've known for a long time sound has a vibration, and that everything is vibrational oriented. Now, the Sanskrit language is a language of vibration, and I know that these mantras are also happening at the same time that this particular process happens. Explain what Agnihotra is and what the process or the ritual is.
Agnihotra is the basic homa, which is synonymous with yajna, and these two terms mean purification through the agency of fire. The sunrise and sunset have a specific healing energy present, which is a part of the Agnihotra process. At sunrise, the many fires, electricities, ethers, and more subtle energies emanating from the sun extend all the way to the earth and produce a flood effect at those coordinates where the sun is said to rise. The flood enlivens and purifies everything in its path, destroying what is impure in its wake. This torrent of life-sustaining energies causes all life to rejoice. At sunrise, that music can be heard. The morning Agnihotra mantra is the essence of that music. It is the quintessential sound of that flood. At sunset, the flood recedes.
So, talk about this fire that's burned. Explain the process to us for those of us that don't understand what it is. Tell us the logistics of this.
The inverted pyramid has 3 levels or steps to it. It's a small vessel about 6.5 inches across at the top, and it goes down to a 2 3/4 inch base. And so you don't need a big fire. And the ingredients that are used are raw, unbroken grains of brown rice, ghee, which is clarified butter, and dried cow manure. So those are the 3 physical ingredients, or 4. And then the mantras and the energy, the healing energies at sunrise and sunset. Those are the components.
Now, where are people supposed to do this? Can they do this in an apartment or in a condo or in a home, or does it have to be outside? Explain it to us.
People can do this anywhere they want. In the home, the only thing about Agnihotra is the smoke and the ghee goes up with the smoke, and it will put a black, greasy film on your walls. So outside in the garden is tremendous. If you're going to do it in the home, in my home, I have a little room I made just for this, and I vent the smoke outside, and I don't care if the walls get black. But I have a kit which I do in my car, so I try never to miss this, and I'll do it anywhere. One important thing is the timings of sunrise, sunset vary everywhere you go, from town to town. So getting the correct timings for your area is very important. And you can't use the timings from the weather station, the radio stations, because they are using sunrise, sunset times of visual, when you visually see the sunrise just pop up or the sun just going down below the horizon. We're using the timings when the healing energy is present. And that energy is when the sun is actually above the horizon and there's a space between the bottom of the disk of the sun and the horizon itself. So these have to be calculated exactly. There's a program available which we send free by email. And so this is a very important part of it. That healing energy only lasts for a very short time. You want to be able to have a fire going of the ghee and the rice, the dung and the ghee, and in this pyramid. And the offering of rice and ghee is given. The mantras are started at the time given on the timesheet. So you got a full blaze going. You start the mantra at that time, and halfway through the mantra, you have one offering. You give the other half of the mantra, and you give the second offering. The whole process takes 10 minutes. 5 minutes to prepare it, 5 minutes to burn, and it's done. And since we have a very short amount of time for that the healing energy is present, you want to be exact so that you get the full effect of this healing. The fumes from the burning materials interact with this healing energy, and it produces this healing effect on the atmosphere. What's going on in the atmosphere is the smoke is neutralizing the bacteria in the atmosphere, the pollution, the radiation, and then the mantras are drawing purified prana, or life energy, down into the area where this is being done. So you neutralize the pollution, and then you recharge it with purified life energy.
If we're doing this outside, let's say, at the exact time, we have everything ready, all the correct substances that are needed. We have the copper pyramid, which I'm going to ask you about in a moment. How far into the atmosphere are we talking about?
The pollution extends 7 miles, and pollution affects this prana. So all the prana within the 7-mile range is polluted. We have to go beyond that. So this opens up a channel and gets the prana from 8 miles high and draws it down into the area where you're doing this.
How do we know that? Or how do you know that?
Well, this is just what we've been told, and we've also been told that it heals all kinds of stuff, and we can see that.
Explain that to us, because, see, you're so into it, and you've known about this and done this for a long time. What have you heard, and what have you experienced?
Oh, many years ago, maybe 15 years ago, the Peruvian farmers were having a terrible problem with their plantations being destroyed by all kinds of funguses. And my teacher took some kids from the States down, and they did a 4-month experiment on a banana plantation. It was 95% diseased with this black cicotoga, or Cicotoga negra,